Boys World just dropped Mantrum, and I have a few thoughts. In honor of their recent music video, I want to talk about how this group transitioned from kid-friendly girls to adult-friendly women. Mantrum has some very adult lyrics in it, and the aesthetic of the video looks dark. Not to mention some of the choreo looks very racy, definitely not safe for work. And it got me thinking, could this be Boys World's adult era, or are they still kid-friendly? Let's get into it. So when Boys World debuted, they went down the typical teen pop girl route. They had a very colorful, vibrant look. And looking at their music video concepts, you can tell they were targeting a young audience. Their Girlfriend music video had them talking to young girls on a hotline. Then we have All Me, where the girls are building a boy in the brightest Build-A-Boy center I've ever seen. But it wasn't all rainbows. Their more mature songs like Tiptoe and Something in the Water had a more mature, subtle tone to them. So in a way, they were showing how versatile they were. Now their debut was in 2021, and last year they were pretty much MIA until they dropped So What last summer. Maybe they took a hiatus to allow people to accept the more adult versions of themselves presently, but I don't know. Fifth Harmony did the same thing when they were trying to get out of their fetus era. So What was a trip, literally high energy song, perfect for the summer. The girls were wearing bright clothes, which made me think, okay, summer vibes. Looking at the video, the imagery was confusing because the girls were doing suggestive things like Kylie was spraying water on herself, doing the lip thing, Olivia was doing the whole ice cream thing, Alana was doing the hot sunbathing thing. They were all wet at one point, doing booty dances all over the place. But here's the confusing part. They had Kylie doing all this suggestive stuff and had her in a kiddie pool. Not to mention, they also had bubbles, balloons, and hula hoops. Like, that stuff threw me off. If you're gonna do the racy thing with a group of babyface young ladies, don't have any kid items around. Not a good look. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and maybe they were trying to make So What a bridge between their fetus era and their upcoming adult era, and so that's why they had those kitty items, but it was poorly done, if that was the case. The reason I believe the group was heading down a more mature path was, besides the obvious signaling from So What, was from their Twitter activities. The girls held a Twitter Spaces combo last November where they talked about their new era and their new single Mantrum.
That booty. You guys are gonna be obsessed. I think you're gonna love it. I mean, So What was great. It was cute. It was a time. Mantrum is hot.
Mantrum is that bitch.
So obvious they were trying to go down a more adult path. Then I saw this tweet, which made me clutch my pearls a bit, like, okay, we are heading in a new direction for sure. And yes, I understand the context of this word. It's a lyric in Sabrina Carpenter's song Because I Like the Boy. She has merch with it, and it's a huge thing on her tour. I know the context. So it was just a little surprising that their official account tweeted it out. All these situations made me think, okay, these girls are full on going on adult, until I did some research for this video and saw some interesting things. After the So What era, the girls were doing a good bit of group activities, and some of those activities were very kid-friendly. They had their first real-life performance at Nick Fest, October 22. Then they had a Bratz event in that same month, and in fact, I think they have a deal with them. And then looking at their Discord, they have a 13 and up age limit. Like, with everything together, you know, I can look past the events. Maybe it was just some residuals from their last era, and, you know, anything to have eyes on them, you know, publicity. But doing Nickelodeon and Bratz, that's very young. And seeing that Discord age limit got me thinking, are they trying to retain a young audience while also going down this explicit direction? Because to me, that's a little concerning. Like, listen, this tactic is nothing new, but it's all about how you do it. Little Mix did it, Spice Girls, Destiny Childs, heck, even TLC, but they had a better method to it. Spice Girls were so bubblegum pop all the way, and their catalog was so infectious that the adults also got into it too. Little Mix didn't get explicit until they were in their mid to late 20s, and they still got flack, but it was a gradual change. Fifth Harmony, they got flack. They transitioned too quickly and were constantly criticized for being too risque. TLC, they made it a point to get their pants on, so no matter how explicit the lyrics were, it would be offsetted by their tomboy look. So yeah, the family-friendly image does give you money and clout, but you can't be stuck in this limo. Because if you can't maneuver it correctly, it can go real bad real quick. But I really want them to commit to this adult image that they want. You know, as long as their songs are good, the deals will come and the attention will come. I don't know how much pull the label has. They just got an Amazon deal last year, so maybe they can get more suitable, age-appropriate endorsements and not pander to the kids. It's getting kind of tiring. But anyways, before I close out this video, I want to talk about Mantrum. So My 2 cents, this is a very hip-hop inspired track. Kylie really brings this braggadocio attitude. Her and Queenie, they really have that energy. And I love Kylie's deeper tone compared to all the girls. Like, that kind of brings the song together. You know, it's funny because it took me a couple of listens to get into it, but once I did, I had it on repeat. Now onto the music video. I have to say, it was good, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. The good bits, Alana looked like she was having the time of her life in this video. Queenie too. And you know, Lillian, she was holding it down with her parts. I feel like she really sold the sultry vibe of the video. And Kylie's drop split had me gagging. This girl can dance. Something I really appreciate is how well synced these girls are. You can tell they are trained. Now on to the con. From all the behind the scenes stuff they posted on social media, it spoiled the video for me. I didn't think the best parts would have already been posted, you know? So when watching the video, I felt like I had already seen it. By the way, I just have to say this. That whole floor routine that I saw that was posted on Twitter, I was really anticipating that, and they cut out most of it in the music video. Like, I need the whole floor routine. So that's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Do you have any comments on the girls' direction and their careers? Please comment, like, subscribe if you like Mantrum. I don't know, your thoughts on that. Comment down below. Goodbye.